Welcome to the Two Posh Podcast.
I am Gabrielle. I am a former New York Mafia princess, originally from Austria. I am the mother of 3 and the owner of Two Posh Boutique, and here with my beautiful co-host, Marcella, my daughter.
Hello, I'm Marcella. I'm a dancer, choreographer, model, and designer for Two Posh, and I say whatever the I want.
Hi, my name is Cruz. I am a stylist. I also own the Society Salon in the Design District, and I am a short little Mexican with a big personality.
I am Polly. I am a certified sexual health consultant and educator, former professional dominatrix, currently working at the largest adult novelty store in the Texas Panhandle.
What will they say next? Welcome to the Two Posh Podcast.
What will we say next today with Waylon Tate here? The celebrity PR of Dallas, Texas. Oh my gosh. So excited. This came together last minute, totally unplanned. I couldn't be more excited to have you as our guest on our show.
I love it.
I cannot be more excited to be here. Obviously, I've known you girls for a very long time, and I've watched a million of these. And of course, I download, on Spotify. But I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. I'm so glad you're here because there's so many questions we have, and you have so much to tell us. We're gonna have to cut it off. I'm telling you. But my first question I've always wanted to ask you is, how did you even get into being a PR?
Into public relations.
Yes. I mean, you have a firm.
How'd you get to be where you are?
How do you
today?
get to be?
Tell us.
You have one of the most amazing firms in Dallas, Texas.
Thank you.
You are literally representing many celebrities.
People.
Yes.
It started, I guess, when I was 3. No, I'm just kidding.
What?
So it's kind of funny. My education is I have a master's in social domestic policy. And I did a fellowship in Washington, D.C., which was just amazing and met a whole lot of really influential people. And in the cohort that I was in, there were 32 of us. So the University of Texas Systems vets like thousands of students to get into this program. And they bring in 32 students, and you're each in a different sector of government. And I'm getting to the cool point. But so one of my friends that was in the cohort ended up becoming the social secretary for Michelle Obama.
What?
So that's how I ended up getting invited to the White House a gazillion times. I got to meet the president and all of that. Under Obama, it was amazing.
Really?
Yeah. So when I came back, I finished my master's, and then I started representing the district attorney here, Craig Watkins, the former district attorney. And so he was the first African-American elected DA in the entire state of Texas. So we had him on like Bill Maher and CNN. Like, it was very different than a normal district attorney. So whenever he left office, I said, God, okay, I could do 2 things. I could get like a really cush, job in communications, or I could take this huge leap of faith and open my own firm. And if I never make another good decision, that was the one to make, because it's paid off about 1,000 million times. Yeah. So it's kind of an interesting way to get to celebrity PR, right? But if you know communications, if you understand how to tell your clients' stories, it doesn't matter what they do. So we still represent some clients that are in politics and a variety of other things. But yeah, that was my circle to get there.
Wow. And do you still, I don't know, but at one point you were teaching in college, correct? Like you're a college professor.
I teach 1 adjunct federal government class a semester. That's kind of my gift back.
You still do it?
Yeah.
Wow.
My gift back.
That's my gift back.
I think that's what college?
I lose money doing it.
I was
Dallas
so shocked to know
Dallas
this.
College.
Yeah. Can you believe me teaching young minds?
I think it's great.
Yes,
I can too.
I can totally see it.
It's amazing. And I have to because I'm jumping way ahead, but Waylon also has a TikTok channel.
Yes, I do.
And it's like a day in the life of a gay publicist.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't know if I follow you.
You need to follow him. It's
Hold
hilarious.
I think we follow each other, maybe. Or at least I follow you. Wow.
Oh,
Thanks
wow.
so much,
Marcella.
Wait.
Rude.
No, I'm horrible on here. Hold on. I will find it. Anyways,
So shameless plug. At the Gay Publicist.
Yeah.
At the Gay Publicist.
I love the name.
I know. And he talks just like he does with this beautiful voice.
Yeah,
And
I
it's like
try,
a
yeah.
day in the life of a gay publicist.
And
I love
it's-
following it.
That is the
Waylon, you
coolest
don't
show.
follow me.
Do I not?
No,
Well,
but I will follow,
Follow
you.
me and I'll follow you right back, I promise. I followed the Two Posh podcast.
I'm like, Waylon, you don't follow me.
Yeah.
funny.
maybe-
But now I don't feel as bad.
we'll have to stitch each other's videos. That would be fun, right?
Yes,
Not
we
that
will.
one.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so amazing, Gabby. Like I went from 11 to 28,000 in 2 days.
Wow.
Yeah, I did one video about the neighborhood, Cedar Springs and Oak Lawn. And I mean, I literally did it. It was in the middle of the pandemic.
Yeah.
And I just kind of walked up and down and like described kind of what I saw. And it just exploded like
Of course,
overnight.
everybody
and I kept
wants to know it.
refreshing and I was like, what the
Was
It's-
it like
It's always
comedy
like
or
that.
was it like
No,
just
it
real?
was-
or
It was just,
Just really explaining.
welcome to the neighborhood.
Mhm.
And I literally just kind of took them through everything that we have on the neighborhood. I actually talked a little bit about being in PR because I represent all of the gay clubs.
How
about
long was the
90%
video?
of them. 49 seconds, 50
Okay.
seconds. And it just, people went crazy. I think it has about 520,000 views and about almost 200,000 likes. And
That's
comments and
awesome.
Comments. It's
Oh my
crazy.
goodness, that is so funny.
And-
so, I'm sorry.
No,
ahead.
go.
No, I was just wondering like how you got into it, and then I mean it has to be super hard, like to get clients and
I think it's like anything else. Word of mouth. I don't promote. We don't advertise. We do no social media really on ourselves. A little bit. We don't do any digital advertising to get new clients. It's really just by word of mouth, and which is good because at this point I really am not looking for any more clients. If that makes sense. I mean,
Right.
I really don't. And it's because I really want to give 100% of myself. I have to know that the clients are really passionate about their own whatever it is that they're
Right.
doing. Because I don't want to create somebody else's business. I want them to be passionate and work really hard, and then I'm going to tell their stories.
Yeah.
Right?
and I mean when you opened this, like how many clients did you have?
Oh my God, 3. I think I had a vodka. What was it? A vodka, another attorney, and oh my gosh, I don't even know. I think there were 3 when I first started. And I just kept plugging along. Like,
And you were by yourself.
I
Did you
was
have
at-
anyone in the office working? Just
no,
you.
Just me. And
By
then
yourself.
you fast forward today and there are 9 of us. Yeah. It's,
So
And
what
how many
year is
people?
this though?
This is 2012, 2013.
Because a lot has changed.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Social technology is
That's half my job is understanding the updates with all of the social media networks. you know,
Yeah.
And they change, the algorithms change all the time.
Yes.
And,
Literally all the time.
all the time. And
Exhausting.
I think we're kind of at an interesting point really in social media in general. As it's changing and evolving, the businesses have to understand how to change and evolve as well. Speaking of TikTok, like I'm trying to get some of my clients on board and, they don't really understand it. They're like, oh, those are the kids who dance. And I'm like, no.
No.
They're,
that's me. That's what I,
I keep
say.
trying to tell
No.
everybody. Cruz likes to fight me on it. I'm like, you got to get on TikTok.
you have to
Mhm.
because it's first of all, it's not. I'll tell you exactly how I got on it. We were in the middle of the pandemic. I said, if I scroll through Facebook one more time, I'm jumping out the window because I was done with
Exactly.
hearing political messages
Yes.
and people fighting all the time.
Exactly.
And keep in mind, I'm single. I have no animals. I'm locked in my big house by myself for
Oh.
5 months, right? Or however long we were locked down. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to do it. And I started it and I got into that TikTok, like the, what do they call it? Yeah. The echo chamber of TikTok.
the
and you're
For
there
You.
for 4 hours and you're like, red eyed and you're, drinking your Dr. Pepper or whatever. And then I just said, fuck it. Like I'm going to try and make my own videos. And to this day, it's like really my only happy place. Like, because you guys know me. And when I'm representing a client, I'm very much behind the scenes. I don't want to be on camera. I really want to stay as far back in the production line as possible. But this is kind of one outlet for me.
Yeah.
It's fun.
So how many people do you represent now?
We probably have about 60.
Oh my
What?
gosh, what the heck?
Clients.
Well, no wonder you're not looking for any more.
Yeah, I'm done. Like I'm done. I'm so
Wow.
tired. In fact, I'm to the point where my business partners keep telling me they're like, yeah, right, because I'm such a workaholic. But I'm really to the point where I want to kind of pull back, honestly, and just hire a director to kind of oversee all of the operations. and I just want to travel and
Yes.
meet someone. You know,
I was just gonna ask you about your love life. Is that
non-existent. Dating as a gay man in your 40s is atrocious.
No.
Why?
Well, a variety of reasons. Some I can say on here, some I can't. But
Why can't you say
Why
that?
can't
well,
You say
just
anything you
because
want.
gay guys are assholes. I mean,
Oh.
let's just be honest. You know, I'm not traditional in any aspect of my life, except when it comes to relationships. And I want monogamy. I don't want to be in an open relationship. And
Oh,
unfortunately, a lot of people in my community, no judgment. If that
Yeah.
works for them, that's fine. Not for me.
I feel that men are physical and women are emotional. And when two guys together,
Are physical.
it's
They're both
physical.
Yeah. I mean,
But isn't it different in?
I mean, there are going to be some emotions, but it's going to be 80%, 90% physical.
But I thought it's different.
Um,
When you're, I know, isn't that one more female dominant, one more male dominant? Kind of, sort of, no?
I don't know. I think
Am
it
I
just it depends on the
Person?
relationship.
On the
I actually
relationship.
agree with him to some degree.
Ah.
And it's kind of the plus and the minus, I guess, of being, you know, in the rainbow alphabet, you know, LGBTQ plus whatever it is now.
Rainbow. I love
Um,
rainbow.
Especially for the like cis male side of it, because I mean, two guys can just do their business and go on, and there's literally no attachment.
Yeah.
There's no emotional attachment whatsoever. But to some degree, that's also like the bane of your existence if you want to be in a relationship, right?
Right.
Because that's all they're searching for, you know? And it's so funny. And I've had this happen so many times. I'm on Facebook dating, and I got off of the other ones several months ago. But I have this happen to me over and over and over again, where they will see my name and then they go do their Google searches and then they see who I represent. And then they want to. So like 3 or 4 questions in, then they're like, "Hey, I
Then
want."
they want to use you.
Yeah.
Basically.
What?
It's difficult because you got to like...
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, and it's like I can't catch a break, but he's out there
Oh.
somewhere.
Somewhere, yes. I bet
Somewhere.
you when you step
I was
back
gonna say
a
you're
little
so
bit.
handsome,
Oh my gosh.
and
So
you're
sweet.
he's like in
So
your
handsome.
40s. I'm like, well, you don't look 40.
No.
So.
You know what, though? I think it's maybe you need to get somebody at least at your level where...
Ah.
Yeah.
You know, they don't care if you're who you are
Yeah.
because they are who they are. So maybe you need-
100%.
True.
And
That's going to be a little difficult because, I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
'cause-
you're up there.
well, now it's the twinks, you know, it's like the young guys that want to date me because, you know, of whatever, you know, I'm
success,
established
yes.
and all of that, and but I don't want to be a sugar daddy.
I was
I'm
about
too
to say,
young
you
to
don't
be a
wanna be a
sugar
sugar
daddy.
Yeah, you
I could get a sugar daddy. Okay, like,
Look at
no,
you. I think
uh,
this is the best I've ever seen you look, by the way.
Really?
can't
I
say
know. What are
yes.
you doing?
Like, what are you doing?
just a lot of good
Jeez.
skincare. You know, I religiously get IPL treatments.
What's
and
that?
IPL's the laser.
Ah.
Yeah.
I'm getting one
She's
in 2
getting it.
weeks.
Oh my God, it will change your life.
I'm so scared.
Me
I'm
too.
supposed to. I'm so scared.
I'm
scared.
Why? It's
excited.
I'm a little bitch when it comes to pain.
I
no,
know.
it does. It hurts like fuck. Like it,
Yeah.
See?
the laser hurts
I-
way worse than the vampire facial. I didn't even feel the
see?
vampire facial, but the laser, it feels like a rubber band, like popping you in the
It's
face.
hot,
like
right?
50, yeah. But they do this ice cool in between.
Yeah, no, but still.
They
How about after?
they numb me and then I take the laughing gas just
Oh,
for
yeah.
Botox.
Oh, are you for Botox?
Yeah.
100%.
Cruz, come on.
100.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Yeah. I get that done next week too.
Yeah.
Botox. I love it.
I went to get my Botox. I was like, where's my thing?
But yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
All right. I have so many more questions. Tell us how this works when you take on a client and endorsements, campaigns, gifting for clients. There's so many steps with all that.
Yeah, there really is. And every client, we go through a pretty long vetting process before we even take on a client, especially when it's in kind of the celebrity world, because we need to understand what we're getting into as much as they need to understand what they're getting into. You know, we're not a cheap agency by any means, but we also have a lot of expectations for the client as well. And if there's scandal involved, it's a little bit harder for me to take on because it's the most profitable part of public relations, but it's also the most stressful part of public
Like,
relations.
give me an example.
We had a client. that was pretty big, not in the celebrity world, but in kind of the political world in DC, that was a chairman of a board and went through an affair, and then it was, splashed across the New York Times, above the fold. And those are really difficult things to navigate. I deal with that pretty often, actually. And it's a whole skill set in and of itself, but it takes a very special kind of publicist to work through that, right? It's one thing to be able to push stuff out or send stuff to the editors to get, editorial placement, or, to get your client on to the entertainment television shows and things like that. But damage control and drafting statements and, so I've actually thought about this, Marcella, and tell me if it's a good idea. So obviously I still want to keep building my TikTok. So what I'm thinking about doing is using the big gay publicist, right?
Yeah.
And I'll take a story of the day that's happening and say, this is what they should do.
Yes,
I think
you
that
should
would
totally
work, right?
do that.
Yes.
Like a drama
Giving
story.
your insight on
Yes.
Like I could
100%.
rip, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills apart limb by limb right now.
Yes.
With Erica Jane.
Erica.
Oh my God, talk about
Wait,
Erica
Wait,
Jane.
let's do one now.
Oh.
Yeah, do one.
On
Am
her.
I putting you on the spot?
Yeah, sure, let's do it. Okay, so Erica Jane, what do we...
Wait. First of all,
Okay.
did she know?
I don't know how she couldn't.
Hell yeah, she knew.
We don't, I don't know.
It's because I love her and she knew.
No, I think it's because of what my mom went through with my dad, that I sometimes, when you're with a very rich man like that, they can hide things very well.
Yeah.
And
No,
you're
you're right.
blind. Me and Carrie talked about this on the phone. Not to interrupt, but I'm just saying, when you're with men like that and you're a woman, okay, I'll say like myself, if I was the very, very, very rich man, I really don't give a shit what you do. I don't want to see it. I don't want to look. I don't care. Do I get this money? Because that's all I care
And
about.
obviously, I mean, I honestly don't think she knew that this was money that should have went to like plain victims or something like that. Did she maybe suspect that he was dealing with shady, whatever? They are very good in making you, when they're that wealthy, they're very good in just giving you money, and then honestly, you really don't care. I didn't care.
I don't want to see it.
But I didn't even care. I took what I was told. You are in overseas doing export import.
Yeah.
Great. I don't know.
Carry on.
Can I buy these diamonds? Okay.
And Erica actually talked about this a little bit on the reunion, right? And she said that there was, since day one, there was a power imbalance, right?
Yes.
So I can totally see that. For me, the situation is, again, from a publicist's perspective.
Yes, let's do that.
Doesn't matter if she knew or she didn't know.
Right.
There were steps she should have taken. When the LA Times wrote that article, trust me when I tell you, she said that they didn't contact her. They absolutely do. They're not going to run a story without trying to get a firsthand approach. Period, the end.
Yeah.
And she should have actually released a statement, and she should have, to her best ability, either negated the things that she felt were incorrect, of course, all going through her attorneys, or she should have at least provided them with a comment, a no comment comment is what we call it, right?
What
this
is
is
that?
pending litigation. I can't talk about it. Once we're past it, I'll be happy to share my story. Period, the end. You know what I'm saying? And then she should have, the two other things that I think she really should have done, first of all, she should have completely ixnayed, and I know that there's sponsorships and endorsements, right, that she was doing on Twitter, but when you're talking about what she was talking about on Twitter and those images and stuff, in the midst of that, it's only going to build negative rhetoric against you,
it was disrespectful.
Very
honestly.
much so. And then she really should have dove in and done as much charity work as she could have, used her celebrity status. She could have gained leverage, to be honest, you guys. She really could have picked up leverage and steam.
And
So
people would have
hire
felt
me,
bad
Erica
for her.
Jane.
Yeah, Erica
Erica
Jane.
Jane, get on that.
Is this the responsibility of her PR team? Was that their mistakes?
Honestly, I don't know who is representing her or giving her guidance outside of her
They're not
attorneys,
good.
but they're not, in my opinion,
Good.
they led her in the wrong direction.
They're not helping her. And I feel like you could still save her, but now.
Well, she's,
I know.
again, like, I think that everybody is, this is what I know. The public is more forgiving than we think they are. They really are. With time and at least a front face of showing change, people, seriously, they will give you a sub. Redemption is part of our culture, right? We love the redeeming story. We love people making a comeback. We're going through that with Britney. Living for every moment of this going on with Britney.
I know.
But yeah, I mean, I think that given the opportunity, she could have really stood on top of this PR game. You know, I would have probably advised her not to go on the show. She was making $600,000 a year, so it's probably what she was using to survive. Right.
Yes.
I'm sure her attorneys begged her not to go on this season because, you know, they're going to subpoena every single tape, every audio recording. To build, you know, keep building this.
Even the behind the scenes stuff that wasn't shown. Yeah, they said that. Yes.
Wow.
And you say things.
So
Could she get in trouble?
Yeah.
From which side? Because I mean, it's interesting. She's put in a really difficult situation because she has to even be careful what she says about the show because I'm sure she signed non-disclosure agreements with Bravo and with her production company. But she's being subpoenaed by a court of law. She's going to be deposed if she hasn't already. She's going to have to air out every you know, answer every question that they ask her unless she, you know, pleads. But
oh my gosh,
don't you just want to be in the room?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
I do. That's all I just thought of. You know, it reminds me. You remember when Teresa Giudice was going through all of they put her in jail.
I was eating my either popcorn or charcuterie the whole every episode, just down.
Me too.
And I hear this upcoming season is the best because they kept cutting down the episodes. But this one apparently is like back up to 18 or 19 episodes.
Oh, New Jersey.
Wow.
Oh,
We're
and they just started
fans.
Housewives filming this week, the new season.
And
Of which one?
Beverly Hills.
and Dallas got X'd. Why is that? Do you know why?
Boring
Ratings.
as Fuck.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But why couldn't they just change up like a cast?
I think at some point you have to kind of call, and this is why they're calling it a hiatus, because sometimes you just have to, like, you know, call time of death, right? And there wasn't anybody in Dallas, I guess, that was saucy enough and willing to go on the show.
I think
That's
they
the
just didn't
problem.
look hard enough because I have some clients that would be perfect.
Yeah,
for
Waylon,
that.
I'm sure you have people
Yes.
you would know.
Oh yeah, I know
They
several.
need to contact you.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Bravo.
I was on
Bravo.
several episodes. You guys know that of the first
Dallas.
season.
Dallas,
Yes,
yes.
I did know that.
Yeah, I'm friends with Leanne and
Right.
a couple of others, but that was really sad because I love Tiffany Moon. I don't know your thoughts, but I think she's adorable. Like,
The doctor.
I think she's adorable.
I
Her
thought she was
TikTok.
boring.
You think she's boring?
I thought so. I'm sorry.
I thought they were all kind of boring.
Cruz,
was a
how much
little
do you watch The
boring.
Real Housewives?
Well, I saw the first season.
Okay, well that's just the warmer upper, so you have to get.
So I
watched them all.
was actually into the Housewives for a while, and then it just kind of like the Beverly Hills one was cool, and then it got boring, and then the New York one was cool, and they just all kind of got boring. There, I felt like watching one was like watching them all. They were like all the same.
Well, in a way they are, but if you don't watch them long enough, then you can't get invested. But
Right.
look at you, Erica Jane. You're all invested in her.
Well, because
Oh, yeah.
I saw the
You were
documentary
doing my hair.
and it was really good. Yeah, we're watching it while I was doing your
Chris
hair.
turns my chair around and we're all watching
we're watching this.
as I turn that.
Oh my God.
Oh my God!
It was
And can I
funny.
tell you, if I represented any one of those Beverly Hills girls, I would have been on the phone the day after that first show aired to Bravo because the lighting director for this last reunion
Same.
had it out for those women.
Same.
Kyle
Wait.
Richards,
Oh my
I was
goodness.
like, what is happening?
But
Because
there was worse than the lighting. I'm sorry. Every outfit
was bad.
was
Hey.
atrocious.
The makeup, the
A little
hair.
bit too much. I mean, you're sitting down. Like,
Yeah.
But
The
it's not even
hair.
that. The hair, the makeup. Who did the hair?
I thought
the
Dorit
freaking
looked
side-
pretty.
Yeah, Dorit always.
She always looks good.
And then she got robbed.
I
Oh.
know.
Oh, I heard about that.
But talk about
like
this-
tied
I'm not
up
trying
and
to be
everything, right?
insensitive, but talk about a beginning of your season.
Oh, I know. No, her storyline's set,
Yeah.
like check mark.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
It's so
Crazy.
bad though. And don't you think, like, I mean, if you're on television, if you're that well known of a person, surely you have private security.
I was
Security
thinking
up
that.
the
But did you see they're trying to
ass.
blame some girl for
Yes,
saying that
posting
Dorit was
something.
home alone?
Mhm.
Teddy Mellencamp came out and said, like, I hope you sleep at night to some girl who posted that Dorit was home alone. And I'm like, I don't think that's why.
I don't-
That's unfair. but,
Yeah.
but I don't, that seems like hard.
So
But
Waylon,
crazy. Yeah.
talk about Brittany.
What am I going to say about Brittany? First of all, I'm in love with her. I've always been in love with her, as much as a gay boy can. And like, I lived through all of that. I think that this is the tip of the iceberg with what we're going to see with this, so-called conservatorship that is, in my estimation, been used really in the first way ever in this particular case to lock this young woman into being a money machine and having no rights. So this is funny. This kind of explain what I think about the whole thing. She's obviously gone batshit crazy on her Instagram with her pictures.
Yeah, with her topless
And guess
pictures.
what? I would let her do anything she wants. You know why? Because she's been caged for 10 years with people telling her what she can and can't do.
Right.
Let her run wild. Let her do the craziest shit she wants to do. Because a conservatorship is for people that are incontinent, that cannot feed themselves, that cannot bathe themselves. She created all of her own shows, did all of the choreography, worked around the clock. Like, she's not incapable of her own senses, right? And her attorney is going balls to the wall. He's going to take down every single person, I guarantee you.
Like the family too,
absolutely.
right? The mom,
her
the
sister,
sister.
too?
Everybody.
Yeah, the sister's over here singing her songs and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, so we do have some insider information.
Oh,
though.
I love insider.
I knew that was coming.
Well, we have insider information that I can't share who from, but it is a real thing.
It's a legitimate source.
A legitimate source. And we have been told basically that if she is released from the conservatorship, it will be shocking if she lives
Really?
for a very long time. Yes.
Wow.
She is severely, severely, severely ill.
Well, hold on.
I'm just going to tell you what we were told.
No, so there's somebody I know
Marcella knows somebody.
who is best friends with Brittany's dad.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And they live in Dallas.
Oh.
They've been best friends for a long time. Like, Brittany's dad comes to Thanksgiving. So I, with this person, was like, well, I mean, tell me.
Yeah.
Now I need to know everything. Like,
I say if it comes from Brittany's dad's bullshit.
so that is why once everything, like these documentaries and stuff started coming out, I was like, well, I wonder if like that's true, because fast forward later on, this person I know has turned out to not be a very nice person.
Not a nice person to you.
Yeah, but
He's
that
still very
is
nice
weird.
to us. So I want to make that clear.
So,
Gabby's like, it's just Marcella. He's not nice too.
yeah. But the circumstance to me is disrespectful. So it makes me wonder if they're both disrespectful assholes and they both kind of think the whole Brittany thing, like they like to cage and control women. And I know that
Okay.
is
Like I said, if it's coming from
Yeah.
Brittany's
Ooh,
dad's
so what I'm
heart,
saying is,
What?
after I heard everything, that Brittany is not, if she's off of the conservatorship, she will die, and that the dad is trying to protect her, and that this person has seen her not shower and go crazy, and that she's completely bipolar. That was coming from the person I know. But then fast forward, once I got to know this person better, I think he's a controlling asshole of women. And I think the dad is a controlling asshole of women. And now I think that they were controlling Brittany. And that is what I think.
Okay. To
how
this person
crazy.
never controlled anyone in our family. That's just
No,
what
but
you
I think they would want to have controlled me.
Oh.
I mean,
is what
I'm
I'm
sure
saying.
a lot of dudes do.
Why? That's
Because
why
you're
I'm
beautiful,
single.
Yeah.
Marcella's like, and why?
This is why I'm single. Okay, anyways. But I'm just saying.
Anyways. Mm-hmm.
I just think her actions are what any woman who was forced to have an IUD, who couldn't control her own
That is
family
terrible.
planning,
That is terrible.
I would act out as well.
No
and I would probably be
kidding.
in an emotional battle. And that her kids were used against her as a ploy to do this or you're not going to see them.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine as any woman who...
I mean, her baby daddy's a fucking
Loser.
Yeah.
Mm.
I just think she
and
needs
he was teaming up with the dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then you watch the old interviews of her, and it's so sad.
Mm-hmm.
She's
Yeah.
like crying all the time. I'm
I
like,
know.
this poor girl. Good God.
We
It
wish
is.
her well, though. I
We
almost
do.
wore my Free
Yes.
Britney t-shirt today.
Did you?
Yes.
No, it's totally. I mean,
I wish you could represent Britney, too.
I would love to represent Britney for a number of reasons.
Erica Jane.
Yeah, check.
Yeah,
Check.
right.
We'll reach out.
we put it out there.
Yeah, we're going to put it in the universe.
I want to know the drag brunches you host. Tell us about those.
So it's kind of crazy. I think everybody who is an entrepreneur could respect that you tell yourself you need 4 streams of income, right? And that's just kind of how, when you're very successful and you become financially stable when you have 4 streams of income. So outside of the PR firm, I also own another company called Drag Star Diva. I've spent so much time in that world of drag queens and the allure and the RuPaul's Drag Race for a number of reasons. And I know that it's $1 billion industry, right? And so locally, I was like, I've been able to partner with the Virgin Hotel here in Dallas to do a show.
Which is incredible.
It's incredible. It's next to impossible now to get into. They're booked out like, a month and a half or 2 months in advance. We only do 2 shows, sometimes 3 a month, but talk about fun. It's just, we do 2 shows, one at 12, one at 2. And now we've gotten to the point where we're bringing people in. We're bringing in some of the RuPaul's.
I thought that that does not surprise me.
Yeah,
is what I'm trying to say.
It's been so much fun. And those girls have so much talent. And I think that they're like amplified even more because they're coming out of the pandemic, right? So if your entire job is to perform and you didn't do that for an entire year, you are on fire, right? And
that's your drug.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's like absolutely. And so it's just we have so much fun, but to me everything's a business, right? So I have fun and I'm like, yeah, that's fun. But
I'm making money.
But, like, where's the check? Which has been a kind of a shift for the girls because they're so used to working in gay clubs and all this stuff, and it's like cash, money. And corporate America doesn't work that way. And so I took on the responsibility. Part of it was I can pay them same day. So I'll invoice the Virgin, obviously, for the money. And it takes 2 or 3 weeks to get it. But those girls would never, ever agree to waiting 2 or 3 because they're so used to, I want my cash money or I'm not leaving.
Right now.
I'm going to throw a fit in the lobby. You know what I mean? Like, give me my money. But they enjoy it. It's probably one of the hardest venues to get booked out for drag queens in Dallas because now it's exploded, you guys. Like
Now everybody wants
and it's not
one.
just the LGBTQ community, right? It's like every restaurant, every hotel in the city is now wanting to do a drag brunch. I know this because they all reach out to me now wanting to set one up.
I just saw that there was one at a place in Las Colinas. What's it called? Reservoir. Had one 2 weeks ago or something.
My friend Emil owns that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So what else does Drag Star Diva do?
So we're probably going to segue to Alyssa a little bit.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah.
But so outside of just, it's kind of like a full news site, right? So it's everything gay, everything LGBT, everything drag you can possibly imagine. Interviews. We do kind of like hot boy spotlights. We do featurettes on the girls. We're about to get our own podcast. Pitch.
Yes!
I'm just sending it out there.
I want to be a hot boy spotlight.
Send your nudes, crew. Send your nudes.
He will too. Watch it.
Do you have an OnlyFans for this
No,
spotlight?
I should though. That's
a good idea.
And then we have a full merch store. So I brought you guys some gifts today.
Oh my
and
Love it.
Wait. Hold on.
Love
Our
it.
shirt.
Hold on. Oh,
I posted it on my Insta.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh.
look at
And I
this.
tagged you.
Oh my God! Look at that. Yep.
And then
Slay, bitch.
Slay, bitch.
we got the
Lick it good.
That's
Yeah,
my
the lick it
favorite
good is
one.
a magnet, so you can.
Oh, it's a
like a
magnet.
double entendre to put on your
Stop
fridge.
That's
So when you go to eat your
perfect.
ice cream.
Oh, they are cool little magnets. Look at
And
that.
then there's little stickers, same
And
slay bitch. And then see the sticker, it matches my t-shirt. Fucking famous.
It does.
I like the
Gotta
lick it good.
coordinate.
It's my favorite.
I love it.
How cute.
And we get 10%
Yes.
on our next order. Thank
So-
you.
Oh my God, how cute.
So you have all that.
Yeah, and then
So I want to say, because we need to talk about
You
this.
interrupted
Drag
him.
Star
No,
Diva.
I
in your
wasn't
Insta.
interrupting. I was just
I asked
saying
a
we
question.
met Waylon because Marcella was on a show called Dancing Queen
yes.
with
Justin.
Alyssa Edwards. Yes.
The first what is it? The first unscripted docuseries on Netflix.
Exactly.
And it was very, very popular.
Oh, it was
It
so
was
popular.
very popular.
It's such a heartbreak there was no season 2.
Yeah, and I think that there are a number of reasons. Of course, I obviously have some internal idea,
Of course.
but that I probably can't speak on. But I can tell you this, like, it did very, 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 very well.
Yeah.
But you know, when it comes to entertainment, and when it comes to stars, they have very clear ideas about what they want and what they will and will not do.
Yes.
And the challenge with that is, you know, networks have different ideas about what they want to do, and you have to have a merge of those to have a very successful moving forward.
Right.
I feel like I watched some of those
Yeah.
arguments.
Yeah.
Yes.
You
Oh,
you
God.
did. You had firsthand
Yeah, it's like, oh,
experience
boy.
with that. But
Yeah.
it was such a brilliant show, and that's actually how we met.
Yes, that's how we met. And it was, I mean, it was literally, I met him and I was like, oh my God,
We fell in
connection.
love.
I
Yeah.
love him so much.
same,
Yes.
Same. Because I love powerful women. Anybody
Yeah.
can ask me anything about my clients, and I will tell them first and foremost, I love to be surrounded by empowered, brilliant women that have their own narrative and their own story to tell. And I think I was driven to you guys for that very reason, because of this show, because of your own boutique, because I think you stand tall and carry your own shoulders. It's like you don't need anyone to help you navigate.
Yeah.
And then the more I got to know you, and the more that, you know, you opened up, specifically Gabby, and told me, you know, about your background, it made so much sense, right? How the whole story made more sense to me.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
But yeah, so Drugstore Diva has a full boutique now, full of t-shirts and all kinds of fun stuff that we do on demand. So it's kind of cool. Like, we don't have to, you know, get a ton of merchandise because we have the big, you know, t-shirt print
yes.
presses in our office. So we don't have to invest in, like, you know, 100 of each shirt or each print. We can do them on demand.
Nice.
So the sayings, who comes up with them?
Me.
you do?
That is so
Right after teaching federal
brilliant.
government.
He's like, lick it good.
Lick it good. Yeah.
That
no.
is amazing, though. That you have to.
You're so smart,
artist.
witty.
Yes, witty.
The wittiness.
You're so sweet. Yeah.
It's
and
true,
so,
though. My gosh.
So Drugstore Diva becomes the merch arm for some of the clients that we represent, like Alyssa
Like Alyssa.
Edwards. Yeah. So
How is it representing?
oh my God, it's
Alyssa?
amazing. And that's the honest truth. It is like, if you check out my TikTok, you'll see I've done a couple of videos about
Saw
her.
that, yeah.
And in one of them, I say, you know, Justin is the hardest working client that I have. And it's true. And you know this, Marcella.
Yes.
He'll do take after take after take
Yes.
until it is brilliantly perfect,
Yes.
or it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And, you know, when we did the media tour for your show in New York and Los Angeles, we were doing, I don't know how he did it, because
Oh, he's a machine.
we were doing like 18 and 19-hour days for about 6 days straight.
Mhm.
And I was dead to the floor. I was like, and we're practically the same age. He and I are, Justin and I. And he would be like up and I'm like, I have like eye patches on, you know
It's
what I
the
mean?
Red
Like
Bull.
40, you know, like coffees,
Bull.
trying to, you know, make it into those meetings. And he has to be on television. You know, we were doing back-to-back interviews, you know, and I think we really bonded on that, on both legs, on the New York and the LA tour, because, you know, you end up becoming kind of like a de facto therapist to your clients
Of
when you're
course.
that close and
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
that close of proximity. And there has to exist a certain level of trust, because
Yes.
you know everything.
Yeah.
You know, and
you have to know everything.
you have to, because that you're protecting them.
Yeah.
And especially when it comes to like stardom and celebrity and fame and all that kind of stuff, I have to know the bad stuff as well as the good stuff. Because, you know, I've had to go after, like, there were some, you know, accusations made on Twitter and we shut it down immediately. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you have to be there to protect your client at all cost. But part of that is you have to know all of everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and so
But Justin, yes, he works harder than anyone I've ever met too. Like, even he would be in Australia, like doing his drag
Yeah.
performances, and he would fly in and come straight to dance competition.
And
I
like,
was
oh my God, weren't you just in Australia
what are you doing
like,
at dance
yesterday?
competition? It's unbelievable. And he takes everything so beyond serious. It's
Yeah.
incredible. I mean, that's why he's so successful.
and he has a lot of stuff coming up. So we'll leave
So
it at that.
I ran into
Yes.
Justin on accident the other day at
Okay.
Body Machine Fitness. And he came in and I ran over and we talked. And I think he told me about some of those.
Yeah.
exciting-
Fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be really interesting, because I think he's, you know, and I've told him about the direction that I want to go, because, you know, you give as much counsel as a publicist as you do
Yeah.
on the other side of the equation. And I'm like, look, this is really where we need to move into. You know, so I think we're talking about some book deals and stuff like
Oh,
that,
good.
outside of just the performance based
That's
and the television based stuff.
awesome. That's very good.
Yeah, I mean, and he could do, like, we know that Justin has the audience to support doing anything he wants to do.
Yes.
He could create his own makeup line. He could, whatever he wants to do, he can do. It's just getting him focused. What are we doing this year? What are we doing next year?
Right. That's awesome. Tell me about, on your TikTok, I saw something that cracked me up.
Okay, was it the dancers?
No,
Okay.
it was the pop-up shop of Dick's.
Oh,
Wanna
yeah.
lick.
And it's literally called Dick's.
My God, D-I-X.
D-I-X.
Oh,
Dick's
please.
Lick?
I want to Spider, can we put, I forgot how to do it. If I want to connect
I like
something
the
to there.
the way you spelt it.
No, yeah, because
Dicks.
it's literally the name of the company, Dick's, Dick's. And they're kind of like a pop-up waffle in the shape of a dick shop outside of TMC.
Wait, how would I know?
Pop
where
up.
this is?
Wait,
No
I
pun
will show you.
intended.
I see
No.
Cookie Haven.
No, not past Cookie Haven. Hold on.
This is so funny.
Before
Oh,
and
I
after.
was dying. I was like, what in the world?
So
That is hilarious.
Waffle shaped dick is that what we're talking
Oh,
about?
is
Yeah.
it?
here?
No, it's a real
when you're
one.
craving something sweet after the club.
Yes.
When you need some dicks after the club.
show
Wait, well, hold on, I want to see it. Where is this in Dallas?
Yeah, it's right on the
Wait,
corner.
I want to go get
Does it
one.
have like strawberries? And
Oh
yeah, and it's got cream on the
God.
inside.
Oh, so you squeeze it.
way.
And, so it's like 3D.
Where is
Absolutely.
this?
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
literally
God.
like
Okay.
And you just don't make eye contact
put
when
it-
you're eating it, right?
No, you make eye contact while you're eating.
is that not the most hilarious
Oh,
thing
and you
ever?
dip it in chocolate.
Yeah. It was started by my good friend John Tafoya, and he just had this idea, and he ordered the
my
machine, and then it just exploded.
God.
Yeah.
I wish I could show it somehow.
Spider.
I'm dead. It's a dick with sprinkles on it.
Wow, Dick's
So crazy,
at
right?
Dick's.
And you
Wanna
get
Lick.
white chocolate or dark chocolate.
There you go. They have their own TikTok.
Yeah, they do.
You got banana in there.
Wanna lick, and it's waffle dick.
They're actually really good too, I have to
Are
say.
they?
Oh my God.
What?
that's-
Dallas
Picture of
newest and
So-
hottest naughty waffle.
Naughty,
So where can
well,
we find these dicks?
It's like random. Like they don't have.
they
they're not
pop
there
up.
every Friday or Saturday.
They
yeah,
pop up.
but
Oh.
It's a pop-up dick shop.
I'll let you know when the dicks are going to be around.
Yeah, I
But
need to
mostly
What?
around the neighborhood?
Yeah, only in the neighborhood.
Only in the
Mhm.
neighborhood.
What
And
a
I'm so-
photo opportunity for us.
Seriously.
Absolutely.
We need to know.
Seriously.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I
because we
will
could all
text you.
go.
Do they have
And
like
then I'm
a
gonna put it on my TikTok.
Do they have like a Insta that you follow and it tells you like where they're gonna
I don't
be,
know-
or
I don't know. I'm sure they do.
Well, they have a TikTok.
I just
because that's how they do it in Cali, where you want to know where the food trucks are. You have
Yeah.
to follow their
Yeah.
IG and then.
we'll have to text John and find out.
Oh, yes,
Whether
that'd
he
be
does
so
or not.
fun. We're going to wear your t-shirts and we're going to have photo
Oh my
opportunity.
God.
And then
Oh
we're
my
going to tell
God.
Justin he has to come.
Yes.
I'm gonna take a picture like
Yeah, we're. Oh my God. Oh yeah.
no eye contact.
I'm sorry. That was really funny.
They have an Instagram. Sunday to 10:03. Never mind. Just ignore it.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's so much fun, yeah, and that's that's kind of like a good way to like circle it back around too. Is representing the entire neighborhood. We just went through an incredible merger. So Calvin Enterprises owns they own one entire side of the block. So TMC, Rose Room,
Yes, I was gonna ask
Station
you about
4,
that, yeah.
and Sue Ellen's, which is kind of like the longest and lastest
that whole little
lesbian
block
bar.
area.
Yeah, and they've been my client for a number of years.
Really? S4. I like that club.
And we just went through a huge sale, a humongous sale, and it took us an entire year because of zoning, because they're building these two massive, I
Apartment
think 18,
complexes.
20
I heard
tower
about that.
luxury condos right behind the clubs.
Oh,
So in order
yeah.
to do that, it had to be rezoned, and so believe me, it was. We were up against a battle
Oh, I
from day
can
one because
imagine.
a lot of the external factors, people that were jealous, I mean, for lack of a better
Of
word, did
course.
not want it to go through. But we won that 13-0 at City
Nice.
Council.
Wow.
So
Oh, nice.
we just finished it. So if you, I don't know if you saw on my my personal IG, but I told them, I said, okay, I want X amount of dollars, and they agreed to that. And I said, but if they sign, then I want a shot of Louis the 13th. And so we did it about 3 weeks ago. 'Cause
That's
you know, it's like
awesome.
a $600 shot.
Yes.
So I got pictures of all of that.
That's
It was super fun.
awesome.
How was it?
Waylon,
Did
you
you
did
like
the
it?
It was nasty.
It was so nasty.
I was like, it took me an hour and a half to
Yeah,
sip on
I
a drink
hear
that
that's
shot.
And
terrible.
you better drink it.
Yeah.
I didn't have a shot, but I've tasted it. And
Tasted it,
it's, ugh.
I don't like
Me
scotch. I
neither.
don't like bourbon or any of that
Me
dark
neither.
liquor. It's all
Give me some
Gabby's
tequila.
margaritas.
Waylon, you have such a fun light. You do so many fun things.
Yeah, I mean, it looks that way from the outside, and then I go home and like stare at the ceiling and go, "What am I doing with my life?"
Tell me about your new office.
Oh, it's so pretty. Yeah, I got a building. About
Own building.
August, I think, is when it was August.
Congrats
And
on that.
thank you.
Congratulations.
You know that very well. You just
Yes.
celebrated a year, I
Thank
believe.
you. Yes.
See, I know everything because it's my job to know what happens in Dallas. And Cruz and I are neighbors.
Yeah.
Our offices
I'm gonna
are
have to go
neighbors.
visit you.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime. But it's awesome. And this was the first time, we used to be downtown
Yes.
at the Adolphus Tower.
Wow. You know what? We were neighbors back then because I was. I was
That's right.
across
You were
the
right.
sh-
You were in
yes.
Commerce.
Yep.
See, it's great.
Wow.
I'm not following you. Yeah. So, and I just could not do downtown anymore. We were
Same.
paying
I
a
feel you.
fortune for that space. And
After the pandemic, it just got scary.
yeah, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I think the final straw for me was looking out the window and seeing people bathing in the plaza right on.
Oh my God.
And you
Right on
pay
Main and
so
Acre.
much money.
Yeah, when
to
you're
live
paying like
there.
$7,000 a month for office space.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I was harassed from the moment I got downstairs to
And
walk across the street.
parking.
Yeah, and we were paying a fortune for our parking as well. But it's like, I just wanted to be out of downtown. You know, it left a really bad taste in my mouth. But now I'm super happy. The design district is booming.
Yes.
And, I don't know how often you guys are in the area. But,
Whenever he does our hair.
oh my God. Well, then it's just, they're building everywhere,
yeah,
Cruz.
they're building
everywhere.
a adult roller rink.
What?
Yes.
Oh.
On
I want
Pittsburgh
to do
Street.
that and get dressed
That's
up.
going to be about 3 blocks away from you too.
Oh my God. Well, I'm gonna have to go. It must be to the.
On Pittsburgh, it's going to be
Yeah.
towards the beer places.
Yeah.
What do you call
Is
them?
that massive thing they're building right now?
Yes.
That thing's
Yep.
gonna be a skating rink.
Well, it's going to be a lot of things.
Oh.
No, not that massive one. That's going to be actually a gym, a climbing gym.
Oh, fun.
I have nails. I can't climb.
You are a homeowner now.
I am.
I was about to
I
ask where
remember-
you're living. That's
I
what I'm
remember
saying.
when you
I-
went through that.
Yeah, it was.
Yes.
Oh my God, it was crazy. But it was a really good decision because Gabby knows. Because I remember us talking about it, but it's like I didn't even want to buy a house. Right, I was
Right.
content living in
Yeah.
high rises, and my CPA is like, no, you have to buy it because we have to have something. You've got to have some liability because you were getting raped by the government,
Right.
with taxes, and so so it's been almost 3 years now that I've had my house, and
You love it?
yeah, and I refinanced in December because I got a 2-point interest rate, like
Right.
2%
Crazy.
interest rate. I was like, you can't beat this.
Yeah,
and
right.
then, of course, property went through the roof, so I'm sitting on tons of equity, and I've only been in the house for 3 years.
Nice.
But
Where
it was
is
a brand
it?
new build. There's this neighborhood called West Love
Okay.
that's right next to Love Field. And they're, for lack of a better word, it really is gentrification, but they're buying up these, huge entire streets and
Wow.
bulldozing and
Oh,
building
wow.
and bulldozing and building. So
That's
I was the
very
very
cool.
first development that went in.
Nice. Wow.
Nice.
That's awesome.
So see, I have a home, I have a career.
You have a home.
I just don't have
You need the
a man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not a boy.
He's
You need
coming.
a man.
Yeah.
He's coming.
I hope so.
The right one
In
is
all
out
ways.
there.
Yeah.
I know it.
Yeah, definitely a man, not a boy. I said a boy.
No,
Need
a man. Yes,
Well.
for sure.
God, look
on
at
your
all those check
level.
marks. You've literally check marked everything. We got
Almost.
we made
I'm
it
not
through
done.
and we got
She said I'm not done.
Be quiet for a minute.
Nope. Just the Allure Met Spa
Yes.
owner is going to come on the show.
Yeah, Brandy Hart.
And on December 4th. I
Yes, you guys will love her. She is your kind of girl. She is striking, breathtaking. She takes her job very seriously. She owns the med spa.
Oh,
She's married to a
nice.
fantastic, adorable, and loving neurosurgeon husband.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
well,
yeah,
that's
and you'll get to meet her and just you'll just fall in love with her energy. And she's so you guys, because she's a California girl.
Yeah.
So she lived in Orange County.
Oh, nice.
And when she met Dr. Battier, then she moved to Dallas and opened her own, because she's been an esthetician for a number of years. But I mean, she is just rocking it out, and she's a huge fan of the Housewives too. So I suggested her to come on the show because y'all will have so much to talk
gonna
about.
be awesome.
Yeah, she's a doll, so I can't wait. I'll be back sitting right here.
Awesome.
We really?
Yeah.
Sit right here with her.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, she's a gem. We're trying to get something going with her and Dealer with the Virgin, because I believe you guys have done, or you did.
Carrie and I did some pop-up workout.
Yeah.
We did some pop-up Pilates, which we're still wanting to do. We just didn't have the best time with the Virgin.
Did you not?
Mm-mm.
Well, maybe you just need to. Maybe I need to solve
I was
that
like,
situation.
maybe I
for
should
you.
talk to Waylon actually, because we're wanting to do one. Carrie and I and my girlfriend Hope want to do one in November,
Yeah.
but we're having a hard time finding a location
Oh my
because we
gosh.
want to do little pop-ups everywhere
Yeah.
because it was fun and we got a great turnout. It
Yeah.
I
just
heard.
Great
Yeah.
turnout, but the
Nice.
Virgin still hasn't ever paid them.
paid. Yeah.
Still.
And they were,
No.
yeah.
They have had 2 there.
I think
3 to
somebody-
4 weeks.
Well, it's been way longer than
Yeah.
that. I think it wasn't the Virgin. It was somebody we were communicating with wasn't the best. So I feel like that was a communication issue. But the Virgin was a great location. We just,
Yeah, it's pretty. Well, we got to get you paid.
yeah.
So
yeah.
I can probably help
Yeah,
with
we're
that
gonna.
too.
We'll talk to
But
you.
yeah, we're thinking about doing like a bubbles and Botox party at the Virgin.
Oh,
Do you know how
that's
much fun that would be?
cute.
So fun.
Champagne and just get shot up with Botox
Oh,
all day. You can come too.
Oh, he
Are
needs
they gonna
some
have
nitrous.
nitrous? Are they gonna have nitrous?
he needs some laughing gas. I
No,
love
I'm
it.
I'm serious.
Yeah, it's serious.
I just got my Botox on Wednesday. I did it all by myself.
What?
No nitrous.
Oh no. They
Yeah.
numb it and then they put and then I get
I didn't
nitrous.
do any numbing.
You,
I
don't even
you
do
do
the
numbing
numbing.
for Botox?
Yeah. I'm
Are you-
right here, yeah.
Cruz, come on. I'm
It
literally finishing like
hurts.
emails while they do it. I'm just like this with one eye.
Okay, that's impressive. I'm
That
like,
I can't do.
I'm trying to talk to her. I'm like, I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Before I went to who I go now, they used to have to put me against the wall so that I wouldn't go back.
Oh my god.
See, I would be too nervous that it would mess up something. So I try to be very still so that it's perfect.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh my goodness.
Like I said, I'm a little bitch when it comes to pain and discomfort.
Waylon, what else would you like to tell the world about being a celebrity public relations
Professional.
powerhouse?
Professional.
Gosh, that this. I'll say this because people ask me all the time, like, how do you get into that, or like because they see the fanciful side,
Uh-huh.
right? So I'm sure you've seen the memes on Facebook, and it's like what your mom thinks you do, what your friends think
course.
you do.
Yes.
So people think I'm either Olivia Pope, right, from
Yes.
Scandal,
That's exactly what.
and I'm some part that way.
That's exactly how I see you.
Or they think I'm Samantha Jones from Sex and the City, which I'm
Ah.
some part that way as well.
Ooh.
But what I tell my students is this, like, and I really encourage people to do this, and it sounds so ridiculous to say, but it's so true, is stop thinking about what's going to make you a lot of money and start thinking about what you're passionate about.
Yeah.
Because I walked through this road myself. You know what I mean? I had no idea. I took a leap of faith and I had no idea it was going to be a success. But I knew I really loved telling people stories, right? And so I would get up every day and work 14 hours a day because I'd enjoyed what I was doing. And then that led me to, financial success. But that shouldn't be your intention. Your intention should always be, what am I passionate about? Because like literally, you guys, we just come out of a pandemic. I think the world has evolved in many ways. I think we've repositioned and aligned the way we look at our own lives and what we want to do with the time that we have here, right?
Yeah.
So I think collectively the world has taken, a moment to exhale
Mhm.
and just don't become a celebrity publicist because I want to be the only one.
I thought you were going to say something else, but that was funny.
You are the best, though. I mean,
Oh.
seriously, I'm like, wow, so much to learn
Likewise.
from you.
Yeah.
So, we do our little segments. So, will you be part of our little segments?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Who goes first?
So, I don't know if Cruz can read my writing.
I read
He's
the one
getting
that
better.
I want.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's start with the question of the day.
The two posh girls ask the question of the day.
All right. Date number 4. And they still haven't gone home with you. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Talk to me.
Well, I think that's a good thing.
I think that's a great thing.
I think some people don't think it's a good thing.
I think it's the best thing ever.
Yeah, I think it's good.
I'm like, date 4? You have to go home with me to get date 1.
I knew that was coming. Okay,
it.
Bernie.
Wow.
I know, Bernie.
Oh my God. Waylon?
Do I have to answer the question?
Yes.
Of course.
Gosh. Are we gonna go home and just like watch movies, Netflix, or other
Netflix and
things?
chill.
Netflix and chill.
I think 4 dates is about enough time to know if there's physical chemistry. So yeah, I would say by date 4, you should probably, because otherwise you get into the friend zone, and I have enough friends. So.
Would you be upset if, like, would you see it as a red flag if they didn't go home with you on the 4th date?
Maybe date 5, I would start seeing it as a red flag.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here? I made it very clear and obvious from the very beginning what I was looking for, but date 4 or 5, like, you know, if something's, and you really have to make sure that works, especially in my neighborhood, right? Because you have to figure out roles and all that kind of stuff. So by date 4, because if you take it any further and then you're both tops, there's a problem.
Yeah, you're
Right?
like, shit, now I wasted my time.
But I'm always so surprised how fast people have sex.
So, well,
it just freaks me out.
I want to not take back up because I was joking, but I do want to say date 4, I feel, and every, we're adults and stuff. If you're trying to get physical on date 4, I feel that's a serious thing now. Now you're trying to be like, okay, like, let's get a little bit serious.
Yeah.
That's honestly how I feel. Because if you're going to go on 4 dates with someone and you still haven't, done the deed, like you really like hanging out with this person. It's not just a physical thing.
But what about holding hands and kissing? Why do you have to have sex so fast?
Compatibility. Gabby, you have to make sure you're compatible.
I think
sometimes
sex
you're more
is
compatible
is
when
a
you
very
build up to that
important
moment.
thing. And if
But you've been
just a
married to a
different-
beautiful man for a very long time. So
Right, but I didn't have sex after 4 dates.
I've never either.
after 4 dates,
No, that's like so
No.
short. That can happen in 2 weeks. What do
No,
you
because
mean?
I don't fucking know you, first
Yeah.
of all. I don't know you that well.
Yeah.
And
so you've never had a one-night stand?
Never.
Never, ever,
Ever. Ever.
Hand
Never.
to God,
Ever.
never.
Ever.
But see,
Never.
don't you think this is coming around full circle to what we started this conversation
Well,
with?
I've
what was it?
I've
Because-
told her this. I said, "Oh, you won't have a one-night stand, but you'll waste a whole year with somebody."
That is true.
Yes.
2 years.
2
you're right.
years.
That's true. But
That is
How many times have I told you that?
but I'm actually a lot. But it's not about the wasting time. Let me just say, for a female, okay, I just never, and I'm not judging anyone, this is my own thing. I just didn't want to be the girl that when you walk into a room, every guy's been with her.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to be that girl. That's for me. I've never had a one night stand. I also watch way too many murder crime shows, and I am terrified to go home with somebody I just met, to be honest with you. It's kind of that on top of it. I'm afraid I'm going to be murdered.
I think that's a legitimate concern.
So, and people kind of freak me out. And my Instagram might come off like I'm one way, but I take my time with that because I get nervous
Mm-hmm.
for you to have like that part of me.
But see, this is my thing. Can we go off on a tangent for just
Yes,
one second?
please.
You shouldn't even have to defend the way you look on Instagram, right? I'm
Yeah.
so sick of this double standard.
That's true. But
Women should be able to be beautiful and sexy and also smart and a
True.
homebody at the same time.
True.
Yes.
Like I'm really tired of having this conversation.
I'm really glad
that
you said
women
that.
have to defend who they are
Yeah.
when men don't. Like, do you think
Exactly.
if the conversation we were having was with a guy, he would be like, well, I took my shirt off on Instagram, so I hope you don't get the wrong impression.
No.
We
would
shouldn't have to
never
have this
that.
conversation with
Mhm.
women either.
That's
Like,
true.
At the same time, though, I feel that who are you talking about?
Who am I talking about?
Yeah, who do you have to explain to? Who
My Instagram?
Yeah.
Everybody.
Gosh,
Like, do
people
message you and they're like, "Oh my God, your
No, this
stretching
is
is way too sexy."
Yes,
Like,
that
Yes.
happens a lot.
really? Like
100%.
girls, guys,
Especially on TikTok. That is like, God, all my mean comments are like, oh, the bedroom. Oh my God, sit on my face. Oh my God, do that on me. Ride me like that. I'm like,
But
first of all,
But it's not really like someone be like, "Oh, you shouldn't really doing that."
Yes,
It's like
because-
perverts being like, "Oh,
no,
sit
but
on my
also
face
other
and do
women.
that."
I have women who, this
Hating
is
on
my
you?
favorite. No, not indirectly. This is my favorite. They come up to me, they'll say something, and then they're like, oh no, trust me, we've seen your Instagram. And I'm like, first of all, my stretching, if we're talking about that at all, and yes, I've posed in lingerie and swimsuits and all that. The stretching I have never, ever put on there to be sexual. I think the human body is unreal, so I get excited when I can do something crazy. But when it gets spun like that, like, oh, watch out. Like, my child can't follow your Instagram. That
See,
gets
I'm just-
very annoying.
It's like if it's a guy, it's a thirst trap. If it's a woman, it's slut shaming.
Yeah,
right? It's
exactly.
like, give me a break. Like, you can be beautiful and proud of your body. Like, we're all sexual beings.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, who cares?
Who
Like,
cares?
They're
I
not
think,
mutually exclusive. You can be a smart woman
yeah.
and maybe be in a monogamous relationship or never have a
Or never,
relationship.
yeah.
Right? And still be beautiful and sexy on Instagram. Like,
Yeah,
You know what
it's
I mean?
weird. It's very weird. I think everyone should do what makes them happy. So if you
Absolutely.
want to do that, if you feel hot and confident doing that, and I always get annoyed when people make fun of people taking selfies, and I'm like, if they felt hot that day, like, congratulations for that. I'm happy for you. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like I have to defend it a lot. I'm like, I swear I'm sweet.
Well, there's a fine line to everything too.
Of course.
You know, I
Yeah.
mean, I get annoyed when okay, stop taking pictures. Like, let's fucking eat. Can we eat now?
Okay,
Are you done
yes.
taking the pictures of
Yes,
the food?
For sure.
First we take pictures, and then there's time we eat.
yeah. And when the food's cold.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, there is a healthy balance. I promise. I get it. Yes.
Okay, Spider, what about you? 4th date.
Yeah, let's do it. But for me, that's like 4 dates is going to be at least a month.
Uh-huh.
And a month's enough time to get to know someone.
I guess it depends
for
on
weekends. That's.
I
sounds
guess
about
it
right.
depends on if you think about it, like how much you talk, right? Because if I went on a date with you and then we didn't really have communication and then we go on another date, but if it's like back to back to back or we've communicated and we're FaceTiming, like then yes. But if it's just four,
Still no.
Well, if you're on 4 dates, like you gotta have some kind of connection, some kind of
Maybe I
something.
just-
But you do. You can hold hands and kiss. Jeez.
cheese. That's her Austrian coming out. Cheese.
All right, party
Miss
with
Polly.
Miss Polly. We are moving on.
We're gonna
Time to
agree
party with Miss Polly.
The modern day Dr.
Okay, I'm Miss Polly, by the way.
Yeah, Marcella is standing in for Miss Polly.
I'm your
Miss Polly
sex
needs a
therapist.
little
Oh.
bit of a break. And Marcella is not licensed. Let's everybody remember this.
Maybe I am. Okay, what is golden penis syndrome, also known as GPS? Does anybody know what that is?
Golden.
Do you have a golden penis?
I mean, it sounds like a vanity thing.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Says men with golden penis syndrome are ruining sex and dating for women. Beware of the college grad cad. Men with college degrees have become so cocky that they're ruining romance for their female counterparts, one leading expert alleges. Just 40.5% of college students in the United States are male, according to the National Student Clearinghouse, meaning they're in short supply and high demand when dating on campus. A lack of competition has led these men to develop golden penis syndrome, an arrogance that stems from the assumption that a steady supply of females will be sexually interested in them. Golden penis syndrome has led these smug males to engage in dastardly dating practices such as cheating, ghosting, because they're confident that another woman will always be waiting around the corner.
Also a problem in cities with
Like
more men.
Dallas.
So
Yeah,
it is a
I
problem.
think that is
Yeah.
100% a thing.
And it says that they are actually They stop having good hygiene. They
What?
Yes, they are not even
Well, that's
trying to
extreme.
Yeah,
Yeah, it says
have a
not
golden
only
penis, yes.
are men with golden penis syndrome more likely to treat their dates badly, they may also be less inclined to put effort into their physical appearance and their sexual performance.
I mean, have
Ew.
you seen the way a lot of these guys dress these days?
Yeah.
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah,
Like, why do you not give a shit?
Yeah, no, I think that's a
This is
a
why
true
I'm
thing,
single.
especially here in Dallas. There is so many hot, pretty, approachable, smart, amazing women, and not enough guys. Like the ratio is like off.
I know. And any man who like takes care of himself and dresses well, I find out is gay. And I'm like, damn it.
And then I guess the guys that are left have golden penis.
Yeah, there you
syndrome.
go.
Exactly. Well, neither one of you, I assume, have a golden penis. So
No.
that's good.
I do have a.
I mean, I
golden-
could look into
I guess it depends on
It's
how
platinum.
you're referencing it.
Okay,
Stay away from the
so
golden penis.
for our newest segment, we have the right person here right now, but let's do the intro for our gossip segment.
I got nothing.
Oh, spider.
Maybe Waylon has something.
Gossip.
This is the Too Posh tea. Spill the tea. Do you have any Dallas gossip, Waylon?
Oh my gosh. That I can disclose.
Yeah.
You don't have to say
Going
names.
through the litany of my non-disclosure agreement. Gosh, what is the gossip?
How about some gossip juice on any of the clubs or any of the restaurants in the neighborhood that we should know about?
good stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course,
good
good stuff.
There's a lot of changes coming, I can tell you, to Calvin's bars for sure. I think I can tell you this. I think that there's a new bar coming called Lava Lounge, which is owned by my good friend Chris. I think you guys may know him as well. He owns Atelier Barbershop. He's a straight guy, and he's opening this gay bar on the neighborhood. So it's going to be real. But this is what we talked about. I said, you need to bring every element that we love from straight badass bars to the neighborhood, right? Bottle service and all of that, because it doesn't exist in any of the gay bars. And he put his money where his mouth is, and he is building
I
it.
bet that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
So the gossip, I guess, is what is this space going to be, and how is it going to be received? Being on the neighborhood, like in the neighborhood, but owned by a straight guy, right?
Yeah.
But I think we're so far past that. And I told him, I was like, look, like there are other gay bars in Dallas that are not owned by a gay man or by gay people at all. But I think
Do they do well?
very. And I think that he's going to provide with this kind of venue a missing element to the neighborhood.
There isn't a
No place to get bottle service.
bougie kind of.
I'm talking about like the velvet banquettes and the chandeliers and stuff that we see in other straight bars. He pulled all the stops.
Really?
I want to come.
It's
I want to come.
Can you tell us
we'll
where?
give you to the grand opening. And it's like already solid booked out, I think, for the first like 3 weeks
No
or something.
way.
And when is
Can you
this
tell us
opening?
where?
In December. Yeah, it's
like soon.
Yeah, it's like right around the corner. You have to drive by because he said, I'm gonna make a statement before we even open, and the lighting outside is just over the top
Really?
gorgeous.
Oh,
It's
how cool.
neon, like moving strobes. It's like so pretty. I can't wait to see. He hasn't even let me inside. He's like, no. Like I want it to be
opening.
perfect before
That's
we
awesome.
see. But that's kind of gossipy, right?
Wow,
Like
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
super
you know that the other
juicy.
bars are like itching, like
Where's it at? Can you tell
yeah,
us?
it's I don't know the exact address. It's right on Cedar Springs, in between Throckmorton and Rollins.
Okay.
Lava Lounge.
So-
It's right next to not Oil Can Harry's, that's Austin. It's right next to Roundup. If you know what the Roundup
yeah.
is, yeah.
Where though?
Well, okay, it's in between Aura, which is the hair salon,
Okay.
and Atelier Barbershop, which is the guy
But
who
that's
owns
such
it.
a small.
But he made it 2 stories. Don't ask me how.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be badass, though. I really like him as a person. I really like his vision because I watched him build Atelier, which is a really successful barbershop. And I'm super excited to see what he's doing. Because it's kind
Do
of
you know
cool
how many
that-
square feet it is?
Jesus, Cruz. You better,
I'm sorry. I'm so
Let
excited.
me see if I can pull up the blueprints on my phone. I mean,
By the
like
way,
you're really
I
testing
love
me.
the roundup. That you can
Oh,
go
me too.
karaoke and no one judges.
I love the roundup.
also a
think
bar
it's
that is no
hilarious.
longer owned by gay people.
Oh,
Really?
really?
Just FYI. Yes.
But I guess, I mean, I feel like you said, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
But I don't know that
Yeah.
most gay people know that, right?
Mm.
Would they care?
They shouldn't.
No.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest
Yeah.
with you, I don't think they should. Because again, we're going, like, I told them years ago, I said, look, folks, like, people are, it's not like it used to be where we needed a safe space, right? Like, I have gay friends
Right.
that we go to Addison, we go to Lower
Yeah.
Greenville, we go to Uptown. You know, it's not the same thing. But I'll have to bring you guys to the
we
grand
want
opening.
to.
It would be
Yes.
so
We want
fabulous.
to.
That'd be
Yeah.
fun.
That'd
It's
be-
like our first, what are we getting? Press passes?
Yeah,
That's what we want.
You'll be on the press list. I told Chris, funny enough, I said, make every single person in that bar a straight hot guy and you will blow it out of the water.
Yeah.
Don't hire one gay bartender. Hire nothing but straight hot male bartenders.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean-
smart.
You have to have the illusion, right? I mean, because you guys know that about probably 50 to 60% of the bartenders in the gayborhood now are straight, right?
No,
I know
Oh,
that some of
absolutely.
the
And they
dancers are
bang.
I know the
straight.
dancers. Yeah.
Oh my God, they
Some of that-
bank. They make so much money.
I bet.
Mhm.
Do you think they would ever turn?
Well, I mean,
Sure.
there's
Some.
everything has its price. Let's just leave
Mhm.
it at that.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
They call it gay for pay, I think.
Ah,
right?
yes.
So-
Okay.
That's,
I know a few of those.
yeah.
I do.
Well, now that we've fixed all of the world's problems, Spider, can you give us the rollout?
Love
Oh
it.
my God, that's so great.
You belong right there.
Oh, no. So thank you for listening.
Well, wait, Waylon
Oh.
has to give all his social media.
Oh, yeah.
stuff.
God, I'm
Oh,
so
my
crazy.
gosh.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I'll do my personals.
Yes.
So
And your
Instagram
TikTok.
and my TikTok. So personal Instagram is at Waylon Tate, WaylonTate. TikTok at The Gay Publicist. That's really all I ever post.
The company?
on.
No.
Eh,
No, you don't want anymore.
no, 'cause
That's
we
so
get,
nice to
oh my
say.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Erica
at-
Jane, you need to get on this.
But you would take Erica and Brittany.
Erica and Brittany. That's the
Yeah.
only people.
I'm sure my phone's gonna blow up. After.
You never know.
Hey, you never know. Marcella
Just
put it on her
manifested
TikTok.
Thank you guys so
Thank
much.
you.
I had so much
We
fun.
You're
appreciate
awesome.
it.
You're
Thank
awesome.
you for
Thank you.
listening,
Listening.
everyone. We
Thank
are on
you.
all social media platforms.
All of them.
Thank you.
Oh my God, that was